Can McCaffrey do it again? Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The shotgun snap for Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Defense, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 93 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Their boy got a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
smoke. Shift. Yellow.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Go. Exit. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Right there.
Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Check 3.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They've clinched the AFC West right now. You know, when you're in that 3 or 4 slot as they are, you have to host the first round. You'd love to be the 1 or 2, but at least you get to play at home if you're in one of those slots.
Yeah, they're happy to be in the playoffs. And as you noted, the downside is, okay, you didn't get one of the top 2 seeds, so you don't get the bye week. But for them, okay, the next best thing is hosting in the wild card round and then taking it from there. So they'll take that, and I think their fans will celebrate too. It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Joker, rip left. Go. Check Mike. Watching it. Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Don't throw this way.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play Chief. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game, 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon.
Here I come again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here, just try and get some space.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Let's go, fellas.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we...
It got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back.
We're good. You don't want no problems. Hey, 43. Switch it. He's checking. Crash. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to take a shot for the... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Newton to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Stay with your man. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On first down, it's Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gano the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow, you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, baby.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Newton throwing complete to Samuel. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Let go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end.
Hero 15. That's a line. Color.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The point after is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. That drive started on their own 25, 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Keep playing hard. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
15, 15.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Mike,
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter and interceptions.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Hero 15.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields.
Fight on these two. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Yellow. Attack. Kill. Attack.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. looking to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
55. 15. 55.
Right here, right here.
Mahomes to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Rush in, rush in.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? Even Make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Newton. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Yellow.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
We're good.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be caught. And